Welcome into Bountiful High School for KSL Sports Rewind. Our players and coaches interview our game of the week this week. Jeff, Bountiful at Brighton. Bountiful got the better end 14-3, so we're here at Larry Wall Stadium to talk with a few Redhawks. We've got defensive players Dawson Alsop, Sake Willis, Zeke Murdoch, and Connor Mertz. And then we have a chance to meet with a couple of linemen in Cal Ames and Isaiah Emisone, as well as feature running back Siaki Fekitoa. Let's start here. We're going to try to get all these names right. We got Connor Mertz, right? Sake Willis, Dawson Alsop, and then we've got Zeke Murdoch, yeah? Awesome. Gentlemen, first of all, congratulations on a great year, a great win Friday night. Let's start, Sake, I'm going to start with you. This Brighton offense, they've been able to throw the football really well. Obviously, tough conditions on Thursday night to throw the ball, but man, you guys took away so much in their air attack. What did you feel like in terms of the secondary was pivotal for you guys against Palapoy and Brighton's air attack?
It just really helped to know. Film really helped us a lot, knowing what formations they were going to do and what plays they ran out of those formations. So we put ourselves in better positions to cover all of their spots and just trust each other.
Well, and Dawson, really, it's a question for all three of you linebackers. We'll start with Dawson. That Brighton offensive line is huge. I mean, they're a get off the bus. They're enormous. They're kind of intimidating. You guys weren't intimidated. How do you match that physicality from that linebacker spot? Like, what is it that allows you guys to play so free and make so many plays?
I think a big part is anticipation, and also, like, back to what Sake said, film is a big piece for that. But anticipation and just, like, coming up, don't be intimidated and make plays.
Curious, and we'll ask Sake and Connor here. So, you know, this region's so tough, and we looked at kind of preseasons like, man, that's probably the deepest region in 5A. What is it like to play in this region where the offenses are so, I mean, a lot of teams run the football well. Brighton runs it. You guys run it. Woods Cross runs it really well. But what is it like every week to know that you're going to have to go up against just a really, really good, tough physical offense? How do you prepare for that week after week?
I love it personally. I love the competition in our region and knowing that it's a big game every game. It definitely starts with our coaches and film. They get us definitely prepared right and just super confident in our scheme and believing. So that's what I would say.
And I want to ask you guys, we'll start on this half. How much does the experience of the last couple of seasons, especially last year, you go out and you win state after you get to the state championship game the year before, this Bountiful program, you guys win. That's what Bountiful's all about. It started a little bit slow this year, but you guys have found your momentum. How much of the experience from last year has helped you guys get to this point this year?
I think that last year having 14 games on our season definitely allowed us to get out there and know how to win close football games and how to play to the best of our abilities. So I think that just having a good season last year has prepared us seniors and even the juniors that played last year to just be able to play to the best of our abilities every week.
What's it like to play for Coach Freck? Give us kind of your thoughts of him. You guys have mentioned him a little bit. Let's say a lot of smiles as you ask that question.
He is listening, just for what it's worth.
So the question really here is, are you guys going to run more laps with this answer? But what is it like to play for Coach Freck?
Oh, I love it. I love Coach Freck.
It's a good answer.
He's just a great man, and I just love everything about him. You know, definitely a good person to be around and coach. So.
Yeah, I love the way he is, his leadership and the way he teaches us how to buy in and how to just do our job and how to, this year he's been teaching us to be a man built for others and just do what you need to do for your brothers and everybody around you.
Well, I love to see it. I appreciate you guys taking the time with us. This Bountiful defense has been so much fun to watch. It's fun to get to know a little bit behind the scenes, what makes this defense tick. And, man, I'm excited to see where you guys keep going from here.
Congratulations. Best of luck the rest of the way, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, here with some of the leaders of this Bountiful offense, we've got Siaki Fekitoa, Isaiah Emisone, and Cal Ames. Cal, I'm going to start with you because really this Brighton team, you look at them, they're big up front. Yeah. But, man, you guys did such a good job establishing the line of scrimmage. What was that like? What was your mindset for the offensive line going into this one?
Well, we had a couple plays that we knew we could run on them. We prepared really well throughout the week. We watched film, and we knew exactly what they were going to do. We just focused on our first step, and we hit hard and get off the ball, and that's how it was.
Siaki, It seems like we've talked about you every week for like a few years because you've kind of put up some pretty monster numbers. I want to hear you, though, talk about your offensive line because it's easy to get lost as analysts that, hey, look, the running back's putting up all these stats. It doesn't happen without those guys in front of you. How good are they?
Obviously I love my line, but I think the biggest thing from last year to this year was just young guys coming up and seniors leaving and just knowing what to do and their job. And I think that's region started and we've just started winning games. So yeah, good O-line.
Yeah, good O-line.
Isaiah, I want to ask you because this offense, it felt like it took a couple weeks for it to kind of find its ground, but since it has, like, you guys are moving the football, you're scoring points. What do you feel like has been the difference from week one?
I feel like the big difference is just like our trust as one O-line. I feel like in the beginning, since week one, we weren't as 5 for 5, but now that we're moving into region, we're more as a 5-on-5 linemen. Just everyone just trusting each other and their assignments, and we're just looking to get it done.
Last year, it was such a big part of the offense was Emerson Guilman, and now Malmrose steps up, and he's got big shoes to fill, and we've seen him from the outside getting better each and every week. How much better is the new quarterback, the new leader of this Bountiful offense? How good has he been, and what has been the secret to his progression as the season has gone along?
He's been great. He's always been great, but I feel like this year he's really just shown out, especially he's getting into it and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's really been stepping into a leadership role. He makes plays and he celebrates with the team. He's been doing great.
This offense has great balance these last couple of weeks. Going to ask the linemen, right? Run block, pass block. What really kind of gets you guys ready to go? Like, what gets you amped up?
Definitely run block. When you can go out there, you go to a linebacker and you can hit him and drive him back. That's probably the best feeling in football.
Oh yeah, I feel like run blocking is just like the best part. You can easily get a pancake on a pass pro, but when you really earn that pancake on a run block, you get that feeling, that you want to, just ball out. Yeah.
Well, Siaki, last thing for me, you're not getting pancake blocks, but when we watch you run, you had a stiff arm against Brighton that, my gosh, it could have been a pancake in the stats. How do you do it, man? I mean, you're breaking tackles every single time you touch the ball. What's the secret? How can somebody like me, don't be honest, but how can somebody like me break tackles the way you do?
I think just staying consistent with, movements, working. People think that, the smallest things can't help, but, if you just take your time and learning it, you'll learn great things.
What's it like to play for Coach Freck, and do you guys have any Freck impersonations you're ready to whip out for us here?
I definitely don't have any impersonations, but it's great to be a player for Coach Freck. He creates a really great culture where we work hard. We come every day ready to work, and we get better. And then we have that love aspect that we just love each other, We love each other and we work hard.
Well, gentlemen, congratulations on a big win this week and best of luck rest of the way.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Impressive group of leadership captains here for Bountiful. It all starts with a head man, Coach Jason Freckleton, who celebrated his 50th career win in the victory over Brighton. Here with Coach Freckleton, head coach here at Bountiful High School. Coach, want to start, 2 years ago you get the state championship game, you lose in that one. Last year you get there, you win it. I feel like you've been building this program. 50th career win, by the way, on Thursday night. Congratulations. What has it been like to build this program back to what it was years ago and now is now?
It's been a lot of fun, honestly. Being able to play here, live in the community, and put a lot of work into this, build a great coaching staff, and be with these great players in this community that I love, and to have success. It's all pretty awesome. It's pretty special to be a part of this thing right now and to keep pushing it and moving it forward.
So I think going into last year, a lot of people had expectations. You guys go to the state championship the year before. You expect to be there last year. I don't know what people had expectations for this year. So much was being replaced offensively. A lot of the defense came back. You guys seem like you're peaking at the right time to make another run in the playoffs. How do you just keep doing this year after year, no matter what that cast looks like? What does it take to build that kind of program?
It takes consistency and culture. The little details, and great kids too. And we want to use previous experiences to our benefit. where we can, but every year is a new group, and you got to learn what's going to make that group go and play to their strengths and focus on getting better every week. And that's what this group this year has done, is they've really taken the challenge that the week we're in is the most important week we have, and to go 1-0 in that week is the goal. And when you don't, you learn and you get better, and they've done that, and so we feel like we're playing our best football right now, which is exactly what we want.
You know, you've got a defense that flies around, and be it Willis or Mertz or Brown, I mean, so many guys, Allsop. I mean, just talk about that side of the football, because it feels like it is your strength, been your strength all year, but just talk about some of those guys and what they bring to your group.
Yeah, they're incredible, and they are our leaders. They're the guys who bring the physicality, and, you know, Bountiful has always been known for defense, and that's what we want. We want to be known as a great defensive team. It's what, you know, for years and years Coach Wall would always do, and our current defensive coaches are doing a phenomenal job. Every coach on staff pushes and prepares and coaches guys to be ready to go. And so the players buy in to what the coaches are teaching, and you get great results when you have really good players.
There's a lot of really good running backs in the state of Utah year after year, and Siaki Fekitoa is right there with the absolute best of them. The thing that impresses me so much about him is he takes a physical toll every single week, but he never seems to slow down. What makes Siaki so special?
Man, he's fun, and he plays the game with passion, and he has something special in him that you can't really coach, you can't really describe, and he is a top running back, the top running back in the state, in my opinion. Nothing against anybody else, but the dude is special. And, you know, our offense, everyone knows what we're trying to do, and he still finds ways to get stuff done. And credit to him, the work he's put in. He's a great teammate, is another thing that he does really well. He loves up his team, he pushes his team, he gasses his team, and he's a special player for sure.
Coach, obviously, you know, he gets talked about a lot. We talked about, you know, some of your defensive leaders, but who are some guys on this team that do a lot of little things, maybe don't get headlines, maybe they practice the right way, or they provide, you know, locker room strength that maybe a lot of people don't know about? Who are some of those guys for you that are some of the glue guys on this group?
Yeah, you always start with the seniors, and we have, over the last couple years, and this year included, we have great seniors who buy into their role. You know, every senior wants to be the guy, wants to start, wants to score the touchdowns and get all the attention, but that's not what we've had. We've had guys who accept their role and buy into their role and push themselves. So it really starts with them and how they treat the underclassmen, the juniors, the sophomores, and make it feel like a family. And so I would always start with the seniors, a lot of those guys who are playing on the scout team through the week, who they don't want to play on the scout team, but they're willing to buy in because they know at the end of the day the team success is their success. And so I got to love up my seniors for sure.
Well, the last thing for me, Coach, I want to talk about your quarterback a little bit. His growth from week 1 to where we are now, coming out of week 9, he seems like he gets better every single week. These last few weeks especially, seems like he's found that next gear in his game. What's unlocked his progression over these last few weeks?
I think being able to play with more confidence in himself, because we've seen the progression too, and he's a really good practice player, and so getting out in the games and feeling confident in himself and in his team has been huge. And just again buying into that idea, let's get a little better every week, let's play to his strengths. And that's been another thing, we've learned what he's good at and what he likes to do, and so we play to his strengths and allow him to play with confidence and lead the team.
He's been good. He's been really good these last few weeks.
Coach, you were telling me this year you've got 7 captains, I think, for the first time. What do you think that says about your leadership group and also your locker room?
Yeah, it again speaks to the senior class, that we have so many leaders, and it's awesome because it's not just 4 guys. There's a lot of guys taking on, and we even have more than the 7. We have a player council group that we use and teach them leadership skills. And so leadership is so important to culture, and our 7 guys have done a great job. And it's tough because sometimes too many, you know, no one does anything. And so this group has been really good of all understanding what they're good at and getting everyone to play to their strengths.
Well, Coach, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Congratulations on the win, and best luck the rest of the year.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Jeff, super impressive group. I mean, 7's a lot. Normally we don't interview that many guys, but these are the captains as voted by the team, and you can see some of the personality and leadership that they have.
Yeah, and I think when you think of Bountiful football, that's kind of what I think. Like, this is a really disciplined program. They don't make those kinds of mistakes that you see some teams make. They just play clean football, and they go out and they do it in their brand of football every single week. That starts with leadership. Somebody has to set that tone. And when you've had the run that Bountiful's had these last couple of years, I think those leaders, they know what it takes to get to that state championship game, to get to Rice-Eccles, and they are setting that tone, letting the underclassmen know, hey guys, this is the bar here, and making everybody live up to it.
I think the interesting thing for me, when you look at that group, there's 2 offensive linemen, and then there's 3 linebackers. I mean, it sets a tone for your locker room. We're going to have guys, our captains, our leaders are going to be guys who are physical, and you see that play out on a Friday night. And I love especially being able to talk to that linebacking group, because you kind of saw some of their personality, their flair, their physicality that they bring kind of came through as we were talking with them.
Yeah, it absolutely did, and I love that you call it out, because this is a physical team. You see it, they're talking about pancake blocks on the offensive line. Those linebackers, they fly around. They're not intimidated by size or anything like that. Then, of course, Siaki Fekitoa, you see it on film. He's as physical of a running back as there is in the state of Utah, and it does. I think when you see your captains and your leadership willing to do that, willing to play that way, you feel like you have to, and so it permeates through that whole program.
And I think, we mentioned leadership. It starts by emulating your captain, your coach, and Coach Freckleton, and he's got to be pleased when he hears his leaders talk about his messaging and talk about love, but lifting other people. And man, I mean, just super impressive, Coach Freckleton, what he's done. This Bountiful program was great under Coach Wall. He retires, kind of had to find its next leader. They got it, and Freck has done an amazing job here.
Freck has done such a good job of setting that expectation, and I love what he talked about as he transitions from that team last year to this team this year. You've got to find this team's strengths, and then you got to figure out how to play to them. He's not trying to say, this is my system, it worked, so we're going to run it this exact same way. He's saying, no, like, let's figure out ways to bring out the best of whoever we've got here, and he's doing that now. It's taken a couple of games this year for Bountiful to find their footing, but man, they've won, 4 out of 5 and 3 in a row. They look great right now. Coach Freck has done just such a good job of tailoring what he does to meet the skills and the talents of his locker room.
We didn't quite know what to expect of Bountiful this year, but as the year's gone on, we know what to expect of Bountiful. Yeah. Physicality, strong defense. He talked about that's the culture. That's who we are. For decades, that's who's Bountiful's been. It's who they still are here in 2025. Congratulations, that win. Bountiful now queued up for a co-region championship if they can take care of business this week. And then obviously hoping to make another playoff run, looking for the 3rd appearance, 3 straight years to get to a state championship game. We'll see if this group can do it. For Vince Francis, Jeff Hansen, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us for our player and coaches interviews on KSL Sports Rewind.